بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
This is the model of James Webb's telescope. It will be the largest telescope ever launched. It is still in progressive stage and is more powerful than Hubble telescope. It will help us to learn more about the creation of the universe. Inshallah, I'll become an astronomer one day and make my very own telescope. This is the model of Hubble telescope. The first telescope to be launched into space. It gives us the idea that the universe is expanding. Inshallah, I'll become astronomer one day and make my very own telescope. Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all to the store of now telescope. My friend here, I'll tell you about the telescope and how they work. This is a Hubble model. In year 1990, Hubble model was placed in space for almost 27 years, seeing shots of galaxies, planets and moons in high resolution. Through Hubble, mankind has seen the universe the way it is known today. Subhanallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَسَخَّرَ لَكُم مَّا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا مِّنْهُ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. And He has subjected to you whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth, all from Him. Indeed, in that are signs for people who give thought. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to Travel with me. We will start our journey from the year 1957. This is Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite that went into the space. This was dawn of new era of space exploration. Later in 1959, Luna spacecraft flew by the moon. Me and Halima will explain satellite pollution. Low Earth orbit is a crowded place. Since the launch of Sputnik 1, the number of satellites in space has increased. Spent rockets and other debris are present as well. In total, space is filled with tens of thousands of satellites and other pieces of debris. Over time, satellites' batteries run out or they become useless due to damage or malfunction. These small pieces collide with each other and pose a threat to other orbiting satellites. This causes satellite pollution. Assalamu alaikum. We welcome you all to the Alhuda Science Exhibition. You must have seen amazing displays about space and planets around our project. You must have seen displays of rockets as well. But now we are going to take you inside the cockpit of a space shuttle. Assalamu alaikum. I am Daud Khan from grade 1D. Our dear friends will tell you about their duties and functions of different screens, gadgets and joysticks inside the cockpit. Come, let's meet them.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Usman Farooq Khan from grade 1D. I am the pilot of this spacecraft. You can see the buttons and gadgets all around the cockpit. To control these, I have gone through very tough training. I also take care of my health by eating healthy food and avoiding junk food. Before the takeoff, I ensure this safety checklist.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Arfin Skandar from grade 1D. I am the co-pilot of this spacecraft. My job is to assist the pilot and look at the gadgets for the safety of the spacecraft. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sudezama. I come from Mansi. I come out of this spacecraft. I take care of the overall safety of the crew members and the spacecraft. I observe system till we safely land back on Earth. Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad bin Foy. I am from grade 1C. I am Khama module pilot. My job is to perform photography and research during the voyage. I also give a contact with the control center on the Earth. Assalamu alaikum. I am Abdullah bin Ukar from grade 1D. I am the module pilot of this spacecraft. My job is to assist the commander of the crew. I also control the navigation on the computer during the sun and the descent. I convey the messages to the commander. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Alia Khan. I am from grade 1C. This makes me think how much work it would be to run the universe in synchronization and order. That is the duty of Allah's most beloved angel Jibreel alayhi salam. Isn't it? He is Mutwa'in Thumma Ameen. In the heavens of the Qur'an, let's praise Allah. Sabbuhum Quddusun Rabbul Malaikatu wa Ruh. All glory, all holy, Lord of the angels and the Spirit. Assalamu alaikum. I am Maryam Sajid. This is the model of a spaceship attached to a rocket. The powerful engine takes the shuttle into the space. Assalamu alaikum. I am Ishalu Hill from grade 1D. On this backdrop, you can see our display of our class. To travel and so many ways, from spacecraft, moon buggies to cars, buses and horses. Assalamu alaikum. Do you know there were 6 Apollo space flights to the moon? Apollo 11 was the first space flight to land on the moon about 50 years ago. There were 3 astronauts who went into space. Their name was Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins. Surface of the moon, the fine surface of the moon, it was very dusty and rocky, consisting mountains and large holes called craters. They explored the moon with a moon buggy and they put up a flag and they collect rocks. They take many photos and they put up a flag. They leave over there their moon buggy and their flag and their footprints. This is Apollo 17 now. I am Michael Collins sitting in the moon buggy. After exploring, we have collected the moon rocks and taken many photos and put up the flag.
Hey guys, did you know that before astronauts can go to the ISS, they have to spend several hours at the Neutral Buoyancy Lab?
Do you know what NBL is? NBL is an astronaut training facility. Its main feature is a large indoor pool of water. Trainees wear suits designed to provide neutral buoyancy to stimulate the microgravity the astronauts would experience during spaceflight.
Let me make you aware of some interesting features of the pool. The pool is 202 feet long, 102 feet wide, and 40 feet 6 inches deep. It contains 6.2 million gallons of water.
Did you know that divers breathe nitrox while working in the tank? During training exercises, neutral buoyancy diving is used to stimulate the weightlessness of space travel. To achieve this effect, suited astronauts or pieces of equipment are lowered into the pool using an overheated crane and then weighed in the water in order to experience minimal buoyancy force and minimal rotational moment about the center of mass.
However, there is one disadvantage, which is the significant amount of drag created by the water. This makes it difficult for an object to be set in motion and difficult for it to keep in motion. It also makes the object stationary.
It is actually opposite of what is experienced in space, where it is easy to set an object in motion, but very difficult to keep it still.
Having said that, let me put the spotlight on the benefits, which include reduced operational risk, lower costs, and improved safety knowledge into tightly controlled conditions.
Today, I will explain the principle of buoyancy. We have a tub filled with water and a little plastic container kind of like a ship. When you push the container, we feel a force, and that force is called upthrust. We feel the same force even if we push it from the side, the middle, or tilted.
The first thing we have to know before we go to the International Space Station is to know what exactly it is. Well, basically, it's a huge spacecraft which orbits around the Earth, and it's a home for the astronaut. In its scientist studies what happens to people when they live in space. The astronauts have to undergo a number of exercises and drills before they go to the ISS.
Assalamu alaikum. Do you know that astronauts require good muscular strength and coordination to pull and push things during a spacewalk?
Today we're going to share an activity that will help you develop strong muscles and coordination to get ready to do a spacewalk but like an astronaut.
Our goal is to cover this distance while performing two unique movements. First is the bear crawl. Get down on your hands and feet while facing the ground. Once in this position, you will bear crawl till the finish line. Rest for 2 minutes, then perform it 2 more times. Remember to drink plenty of water to maintain a healthy level of hydration.
The second movement is the crab walk. Get down on the ground with your arms behind you. Keep your knees bent and feet on the ground while facing upwards. While on all fours, travel the given distance and then repeat twice.
Improve your time doing this activity and you will improve your muscular strength and coordination, which is important for astronauts during a spacewalk and training in the buoyancy lab.
Today, we are going to share an activity that will help you improve your coordination. Help astronauts as they operate a robotic arm, land a spacecraft, or perform a complex mission with fellow astronauts.
For each mission, an astronaut trains 2 hours a day, 3 days a week in the gymming classroom.
We are going to share an activity that will help you improve your coordination.
How does it work? Let me tell you, it has to be worked out in pairs.
Using a ruler and a stopwatch, you have to work in order to improve your reaction time.
Our goal is to catch a ruler as it's released. My fellow will allow the ruler to fall without a warning. Record the distance and time on a chart and repeat it in order to improve the timings.
Repeat the exercise 10 times. Switch role with a teammate.
For astronauts in space, hand and eye coordination plays a vital role, like by preparing satellites or conducting experiments.
As an astronaut, we spend a lot of time in the gym working out. We have to prepare ourselves to go to space. Today we are going to share an activity that will help us in coordination while practicing problem-solving skills.
What do we need to do? Assemble the puzzle on the cardboard, then place another cardboard on the puzzle, then flip the cardboard. Write the letter A on the outside pieces and B on the inside pieces, and give the same pieces of the puzzle to one student.
When the student completes assembling the puzzle, stop the timer. Repeat putting the puzzle together. While wearing gloves, it is challenging. Indeed, it takes hand and eye coordination. Astronauts use their skills in space.
I'm Abdullah Hashmi and I'm working on Veggie project. Our goal is to grow plants like the salad veggies in the environment provided by the cabin and a source of carbon dioxide. The root modules are taken to space embedded in a source of controlled fertilizers. The target is to grow fresh vegetables by using less water and a controlled supply of nutrients. As it is expensive to transport food from Earth, scientists are working very hard to grow vegetables in the space garden. As we are in space, so water is rare, we are also trying to modify the aeroponic technique for plants too, in which plants will grow in a greenhouse-like chamber with water and nutrients vaporized in the air. How must we not be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us such beautiful vegetation? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأنبتنا فيها من كل زوج بهيج تبصرة وذكرى لكل عبد منيب. And he made grow therein something of every beautiful kind, giving insight and a reminder to every servant who turns to Allah. Surah Qaf, verses 7 to 8. Thank you.
Hey guys, did you know that before we go to the International Space Station, we have to spend several hours in the usual buoyancy lab? So, let me share with you some interesting features that affect our body when we go to space. We lose bone mineral density, muscle atrophy, our cardiovascular system weakens, and our immune system dysfunctions. We need to know the relationship between nutrition and bone mineral density, which is highly important for people suffering from osteoporosis here on Earth. Let me share with you a video which will help you better understand this. So this is basically our human body. So this is a bone. So the outer part of the bone is known as the cortical bone, with a smooth white outer part. Inside the bone is a trabecular bone. This is like a sponge and it helps to protect the bone marrow. The constant process of bones changing and growing is known as bone remodeling. This is carried out by cells known as osteoclasts, which make way for another cell called osteoblasts. As you can see, the osteoclast has made way, and these are the osteoblasts, which are basically arranging themselves to make a new bone. So this bone remodeling is happening on Earth, which basically means it's happening at a balanced rate. But in space, it's not like that. In space, which is also known as microgravity, these cells which are called osteoclasts make way for osteoblasts, but they're the same thing. But the thing is that they make too much room and the osteoblasts just shoot out everywhere, which is basically ruining the bone mineral density. As you can see, the normal vertebra and the osteoporotic vertebra. This is how your vertebra is in space, and this is how it's on Earth. In space, this is fine, but after landing on Earth, there is a chance of fracture, which is highly dangerous. So that's why astronauts have said, that's why the scientists have said that to keep your bones active and fit, you need to do some exercises, as you have seen there. So now do you know why I'm wearing a cast on my arm? Despite our best training, our extensive hard work, which will make us the fittest person on Earth, when we step into space, we experience degradation and harm to our body over time. But on Earth, we don't even say thanks to Allah, who's prepared everything for us so perfectly. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ? So which of the favors of your Lord would you deny? As astronauts, we experience 15 sunsets daily and 15 sunrises daily, which basically disturbs our sleep, and because of that, our body degrades and basically gets dysfunctions. So I promise to Allah that when I return back to Earth, I will sleep on a proper time, instead of sleeping like people who are willingly sleeping through half the day and are awake all night. I did not know it was so harmful. Allah الذي جعل لكم الليل لتسكنوا فيه النهار مبصرا إن الله لذو فضل على الناس ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون. Allah has made the night for us to rest and the day for sight. Allah is full of bounty, but it is us humans who are not thankful. Thanks for joining us on Station Life. Until next time, we are working off Earth for the Earth.
Assalamu alaikum. Have you ever seen a fireball in the sky? You know, that's not actually a fireball. That's a shooting star. It looks so beautiful. وزينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وحفظا ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. And we adorned the nearest of them and as protection. That is the determination of the exalted and the might, knowing for 12. Shooting star is not actually a star, it is a meteor. Let's learn about the meteors. At times the meteors come together and form a shower that is called meteor shower. In space, there are many pieces of rocks and metal floating. These smaller objects are called meteorites. When meteorites hit Earth atmosphere due to extreme friction, they burn up and they become meteor shooting stars. Often the smaller meteors simply vaporize or disappear when they hit the Earth's atmosphere. When meteorites hit Earth's atmosphere, we see a bright glow. This is caused by the friction of the air. Meteors are But if meteors are large enough, they can actually continue their journey all the way to Earth's surface. If meteors arrive the trip to Earth's surface, they are then defined as meteorites. Meteorites contain some metal like iron and nickel. Iron-nickel metal has also high concentration of rare metal like gold, platinum, and iridium. How great is our Rabb, who has created all this, as Quran says. Groups of stars rotating together are called galaxy. There are billions of stars in Milky Way.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I am with my kid Muhammad Abdullah Bhatt. I came for this exhibition to encourage my kid, the teachers. It was fabulous journey through the exhibition. I cannot explain in the words. I was literally tearing from my eyes in the morning when I was hearing the ayah of Quran, and these little kids, stars, they were performing, and they were literally showing the spirits, which these teachers are inculcating in them. I was always looking for a school, before I could admit Abdullah, a school where we can have all the worldly education and inculcation of Islamic teachings, together. I think Alhuda International is a school where I can recommend everybody to come and please visit, sit with the teachers, understand the curriculum. This is going to be an amazing school, inshallah, for this century. I hope that this goes all the way out of this Pakistan, other countries, and I hope that I can find it other branches in other parts of the world as well. So thank you very much, and I recommend everybody to please visit Alhuda International once and try to see how they are putting their efforts in the kids. Thank you very much.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। सबसे पहले तो मैं अलहुदा की जो मैनेजमेंट है सबको मुबारकबाद पेश करना चाहूँगा कि उन्होंने माशाल्लाह इतनी ज़बरदस्त किस्म की ये इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज़ की है, और ये देख के मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई कि इतने छोटे बच्चों ने इतनी अच्छी मॉडलिंग की है, और उनका नॉलेज माशाल्लाह जो साइंटिफिकली दुनियावी लिहाज से देखा गया है वो बहुत अच्छा है। और इसके साथ साथ ये जो ख़ास तौर पे जो चीज़ तारीफ़ के काबिल है वो ये है कि दीन के साथ साथ साइंस और बाकी उलूम में भी उसी तरह से ही अलहुदा बाकायदा से बैलेंस रखते हुए जिसको कहना चाहिए ना मुकम्मल तालीम वो अदा करने में किसी हद तक कामयाब रहा है।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। ये एग्ज़िबिशन जो है स्पेस बियॉन्ड होराइज़न के बारे में है, और इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव जो है वो है अल्लाह ताला की वहदानियत के बारे में एक रिफ्लेक्शन प्रेजेंट करना। इट्स द रिकग्निशन ऑफ अल्लाह एंड टू शो विद द हेल्प ऑफ द साइंस दैट क्या क्या अल्लाह ताला ने हमें जितनी भी नेमतें अता की हैं उसके बारे में हम आपको उसका एक छोटा सा रिफ्लेक्शन प्रेजेंट करें। इसके अलावा जो है ये आप देख रहे होंगे सारा बड़े बच्चों ने बड़ी खूबसूरती के साथ उसकी तैयारी की है, और इसमें टीचर्स की भी बड़ी इसमें उनकी हेल्प की भी बड़ी हमें उन्होंने भी बड़ी हेल्प की है हमें कि तमाम स्पेस में जितना भी यहाँ तक तो सबको पता है कि टेक्नोलॉजी में क्या कुछ है, वी ऑल आर अवेयर ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट, बट व्हाट इज़ बिहाइंड दैट, व्हाट इज़ above this space, we have just given that reflection through this exhibition, and most understanding and internalizing the concept of Tawheed, and it's again it is also for the purpose of dawah, that with the help of this we want to convey this message to the whole world कि हम to the whole world that Allah Taala ने हमें कितनी नेमतों से नवाजा है, कितनी छोटी छोटी चीज़ें इस स्पेस के अंदर हैं जो हम तक नहीं पहुंच रही, जिस तरह मीटियोर्स के बारे में है, एस्टेरॉइड्स हैं, दे कैन नॉट रीच आवर सरफेस, एंड अल्लाह ताला ने उन सब से हमें बचाया हुआ है। और जिस तरह से इस पूरी कायनात की तख्लीक हुई है उसका हमने छोटे छोटे से प्रेजेंट आपके सामने स्टॉल्स के थ्रू प्रेजेंट किया हुआ है। इसमें वैसे ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग जो बच्चों की तरफ से और हमें एक हफ़्ता तो आपका रहता ही है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ हम एक अपनी एक्टिविटीज़ के थ्रू बच्चों को ये कॉन्सेप्ट्स देते आ रहे थे शुरू से, मतलब 2-3 मंथ्स में हमने उनको छोटे छोटे से कॉन्सेप्ट्स के थ्रू, बिकॉज दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इज़ अ वास्ट कॉन्सेप्ट, इट्स नॉट एन ईजी कॉन्सेप्ट। स्टिल देयर आर मैनी डिस्कवरीज़ जो कि अभी पेंडिंग में हैं और जो अभी साइंटिस्ट अभी नहीं कर पा रहे, उसमें उधर तक नहीं पहुँचे। जिस तरह यू आर अवेयर ऑफ प्लूटो डिस्कवर हुआ, देन अगेन इट वैनिश समवेयर। सो बट द थिंग इज़ के माशाल्लाह अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमारे बच्चों ने उस पर बहुत रिसर्च की है, एंड यू कैन आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम देम, और टीचर्स की एफर्ट का नतीजा है ये।
बहुत अच्छी लगी, दे आर परफेक्टली ट्रेन्ड, माशाल्लाह दे आर डूइंग अ वेरी गुड जॉब, द अलहुदा इंस्टीट्यूट, and the children, they have दीनी और दुनियावी दोनों knowledge, और बड़े अच्छे तरीके से इन्होंने ये represent किया है यहाँ, and I hope the children will benefit from this exhibition.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी, अलहुदा इंटरनेशनल ने जो इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, इट्स अ वंडरफुल एक्सपीरियंस फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. द थीम इज़ स्पेस. तो स्पेस आमतौर पे जो डिफरेंट स्कूल्स मैंने एग्जीबिशन अटेंड किए हैं, वहाँ स्पेस या इस तरह की जो समथिंग रिलेटेड टू कुरान और हदीस, इस तरह की चीज़ें नहीं डिस्कस की जाती. बट अलहुदा ने बड़ा अच्छा ये ऑर्गेनाइज़ किया है. इसमें छोटे बच्चों से लेके बड़े बच्चों तक सबको इन्वॉल्व किया है, और हर एक को इन्वॉल्वमेंट के साथ साथ एक एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड करने का बहुत अच्छा ज़रिया प्रोवाइड किया है. इन्होंने एक जो सबसे अच्छी चीज़ मुझे इस इवेंट में लगी है कि उन्होंने इवन प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का जर्नी भी डिस्कस किया है, और वो जर्नी में जितने प्रॉफिट्स को पिछले प्रॉफिट्स को हर आसमान पे जाके, हर हेवन पे जाके उन्होंने मुलाकात की, उसको भी डिस्कस किया. फिर अर्थ के बियॉन्ड जो थीम भी है कि बियॉन्ड अर्थ या बियॉन्ड स्पेस क्या क्या चीज़ें, उसको भी बहुत अच्छी तरह हाईलाइट किया है. तो विच इज़ अ गुड अचीवमेंट बाय अलहुदा इंटरनेशनल.
Shine your mercy like the sun, and be gracious as the earth. Let your kindness come like rain that cares not whom it falls upon. And let ocean deep your wisdom be, your heart a lantern spreading peace. Give yourself in love of him, be like Al-Habib. Redemption and not your neediness. Were it not for Allah's grace, none of this can be achieved. So be humble as the lowly earth that all creatures walk upon. Be the slave of the most merciful. Take your light from us, so shine your mercy like the sun. Send your light across the earth. Let your kindness flow like rivers, quench the thirst of all who come. And let mountains strong your spirit be, but your heart melt out of love for him. Take the road that leads to him. May you be with Al-Habib. Ya Nabi, salam alayya. Ya Rasul, salam alayya. Ya Habib, salam alayya. Ya Habib, sallallahu alayhi. Ya Nabi, salam alayya. Ya Rasul, salam alayya. Ya Habib, salam alayya. Ya Habib, sallallahu alayhi. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadun Rasulullah. Alayhi salatullah wa alihi wal ahibba. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadun Rasulullah. Alayhi salatullah wa alihi